Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, the avoidant in your life just won't open up? You really want to feel connected to them, but you just can't work out what's going on beneath the surface. Maybe they seem a little cold and distant. It feels like they have walls up, and even they don't know how to take them down. In this video, I'm going to break down how to get an avoidant to share their true feelings, not through pressure or guessing games or manipulation, but by understanding the psychology that actually makes them feel safe enough to open up. Hi, I'm Jess. I've helped over 5,000 people find love, and I run a one-to-one coaching program that takes you from anxious to secure so you can feel confident and trust your gut. If you're ready for that transformation, sign up via the link in the description box. So firstly, why do avoidants struggle to open up? Ultimately, it's because expressing their emotions doesn't feel safe to them. For most avoidants, vulnerability was linked to pain or rejection in the past. Maybe they grew up in an environment where emotions weren't validated, or where opening up led to criticism, judgment, or being ignored. Or perhaps they were in a relationship as an adult where they were repeatedly shut down. I do see people sometimes who developed an insecure attachment style, either anxious or avoidant, as an adult. So over time, they learned that the safest thing to do was rely on themselves. That's their attempt to stay in control and to stop anyone from getting close enough to really hurt them. So what can you do if you're dating or you're in a relationship with an avoidant who is struggling to open up? It's not about chasing or convincing. It's about understanding what safety means to them and learning how to meet them there. And there are really 3 things you can do to gently lower their walls so you can build a deeper connection. And to be clear, it's not just about them, it's always about you as well. Number 1 is to accept that it will take time. The first point is to manage your own expectations and to accept that it just is going to take longer for an avoidant to open up compared to someone who is anxiously attached or securely attached, even if you do everything right. One of my friends says that happiness is the difference between expectations and reality. And that definitely isn't entirely accurate. It isn't the whole picture, but it does play a role. Because if you expect an avoidant to open up quickly, you'll constantly feel disappointed and you'll likely take it personally. But when you come at it with a perspective of, okay, this is going to take a little longer, you can start to have more patience, which is exactly what helps them to feel safe enough to open up over time. I would go as far as saying, if you don't adjust your expectations, it's going to be very difficult to build a real connection with an avoidant. And this isn't about foregoing your needs or pretending that you're okay with distance. It's about being realistic about what progress looks like with someone who needs more time to trust. And if you have expectations that are wildly different to their timeline, they're going to feel it, and you are too. They're going to feel pressured, and it's going to trigger their instinct to pull away. And a quick heads up, if you're anxiously attached, this next part is for you. If you constantly overthink, spiral, and second guess yourself, I've got something that can help. It's called the Self-Trust Blueprint. It's my 3-step framework to go from anxious to secure in life and love without years of therapy or guesswork. And I'm giving it away for free for a limited time. And honestly, I'm super, super passionate about it because I've seen it change so many lives. It's the exact framework I used myself to become securely attached, and my life is so much better for it. I've helped over 5,000 people find love. My work has been featured in Forbes, Cosmopolitan, Men's Health, the New York Times, and many more. And I've spent years refining the exact tools you'll find inside this blueprint. If you're ready to go from spiraling to secure, sign up via the link in the description box to get it while it's still available. Number 2, create emotional safety through consistency. This one is all about building trust through consistency, because consistency is the best way to build real trust. It's what shows an avoidant that you're stable and reliable. And that's the kind of energy that makes them feel safe and ultimately it helps them to open up. And what this looks like in practice is being someone that they can count on. Things like keeping plans the same and not changing them last minute, keeping a steady energy yourself and ideally not switching suddenly from warm to cold. It's staying calm when they need space. It's not sending 5 follow-up texts or pulling away yourself to get a reaction. It's handling small and big things with steadiness. This is what helps them to start to associate closeness with calm instead of chaos or pain. And a big part of this is learning to regulate your own emotions, if you don't already. Because if you're not able to regulate your own emotions, their pullbacks will feel unbearable and your panic will likely push them further away. 3, open up slowly and steadily yourself. A lot of avoidants grew up in households where people just didn't talk about their feelings. So not only does it feel uncomfortable for avoidants to express their emotions, it often doesn't even really register as something that people do in relationships. There are very few things in life that we're born knowing how to do. Most of what shapes us, including how we handle emotions, is learned from the people around us. It's also our personality to an extent. But yeah, if an avoidant hasn't learned this, either from caregivers or previous relationships or a course or a program, say, they won't really know what opening up looks like and what it involves. So they might need to learn how. And the best way to help them to do that isn't by telling them to open up. It's by modeling it yourself. It's by showing them. And not in one big oversharing download, but in steps. Saying everything at once is pretty much guaranteed to overwhelm an avoidant. So you want to ease them in slowly. Share one small thing at first, then another at a different moment. That's how you build comfort around emotional conversations instead of triggering their defenses. So there we have it. 3 ways to help an avoidant open up. Number 1, accept that it takes time. Number 2, show safety through consistency. And number 3, open up slowly yourself. When you focus on safety instead of speed, the connection stands a much higher chance of growing naturally and also growing into something deeper. And the number 1 best way to help an avoidant open up is to become securely attached yourself if you're not already. Because when you feel steady inside, you naturally create stability around you and you bring a grounded energy to all areas of your life. And that's what I guide clients through in my one-to-one coaching program. It rewires your anxious attachment patterns at the root so you can finally feel calm, confident, and connected. If you're ready for that transformation, sign up via the link in the description box. Thanks for watching.